At age 13, carving knife in hand, I killed beasts for the amusement of the filthy. At 15, they thought me worthy to fight a fellow man. A butcher he was, twice as big and twice as stupid as I. I butchered the butcher, and many like him, earned my way, kill by kill, out of the awful pit and into the grand arena. I thought I would find wealth and glory in the arena. I was wrong. I found something far more precious. My Lady Merveille. I knelt in the sand of the grand arena, awaiting the killing blow. I raised my eyes to look upon my death. Instead, I saw her, Merveille. Her beautiful eyes met mine, and I knew she saw me too. I turned my opponent's strike and killed the man with his own dagger. Fighting had always been about survival, the primal instinct to kill or be killed. Now, the fight became about something else. Love. The previous King of Swords was a giant of a man, both faster and stronger than I. Yet I needed only look up at my Lady Merveille to know that I had no choice. I could not die this day. I made him shiver under every parry, striking with all of my might so that my arms felt they might snap with every impact. All the while, I studied his face, watching for that moment when he began to doubt. It took an hour, but finally it was there. Burning with pain, empty with exhaustion, I stepped inside his faltering swing and I slit the giant's throat. I did not take my victory bow. I knelt in the sand, looked to Merveille, and cried out for my lady's hand in marriage. From that day forth, I wore the crown of swords upon my head and the ring of eternal love upon my finger.
Captain Tavares, altitude is imperative to forging a stable connection with the prime resonator in Theopolis. Power source is equally vital. Locate a fissure in the mountainside and lower a conductive cable into it. The deeper, the better. It will take an immense amount of thaumaturgical energy to execute the successful disintegration and transmission of objects, both inanimate and animate, between Highgate and Theopolis. For that kind of power, we must tap the origin. I needn't remind you of the consequences, should either of those elements prove deficient. That is why I would like you, Tavares, to be the first to test the resonator once it is operational. Accountability is a perfect counterweight to ambition. High Templar Dominus.
I dreamed of my ancestors' halls. They were empty. I dreamed of the North, of an offering left to us by Tukohama. An offering that will save the Karui. I needed only to take it. I gathered my finest 500. I brought them here. I claimed what Tukohama had promised me. We crushed the servants of Kitava beneath our heels as we marched across the land. I allowed not one of my 500 to fall. The blood of the ancestors surged in our veins, and each and every one of my warriors earned Tukohama's mark upon their skin. We descended into the heart of Rayclast, and there he came to me, Tukohama. He asked of me a sacrifice. I gave it willingly. My axe fell 500 times, the jade drinking its fill of Karui blood. Tukohama was pleased. The Eternals opened the gate and invited Kitava into this land. The Karui paid the price. Kitava cut us off from the ancestors, raised the remembered as his children, tortured our dreams. Kitava murdered the Karui way. I will found a new way, for I have been chosen. I gather my forces so that I might wage war on Kitava. I am the son of Tukohama, and I will lead the Karui back to glory. The moment your skin touched the corrupted soil of Rayclast, you were infected. Kitava has soaked this land in his filth. I will crush the corruption from your bones, drain your black blood upon this sacred ground. Brothers and sisters, I honor you with a warrior's death. Your spirits will fight by my side when we march against Kitava. You will be given in service to Tukohama. You will be remembered with glory.
The rapture device has absorbed its fill of harvested life from fury and desire. It is ready. So am I. I know now that I was born to be the end and the beginning of the Empire. The beast has made this clear to me, as clear and undeniable as the sacrifice I must now make. My Lady Diala, my love, my life's greatest achievement. She must leave me now, for she cannot follow, and she will perish if she remains. And so I will ask of her more than she would ever give. I will betray her. I will break her heart, so that I do not break her soul. On this day, the eve of this rapture's completion, I honor those who have passed, and whose passion and knowledge have brought us to the brink of salvation. Inquisitor Maligaro, a creative force without equal. Chevron of Ambra, an athlete of transcendent sensibility. Doedri Taktung, an idol of fervour and dedication. You taught me far more than I ever taught you, my students. My friends, we strove to make a greater world together, and, in your memory, I shall make that world a reality. Malachi. I vowed to care for this empire with my eyes open. I lied to my people. I lied to myself. Blinded by my lust for purity, I placed my faith in the most corrupt of men. I watch now as my legion dies, their flesh melting from their twisted bones. They fall and rise. A tide of mortal death and eternal damnation. I feel it now in my own flesh. The heat, the corruption. I have failed you, my empire of purity. Do not forgive me, but please, I beg of you, survive me. I, Vol of Thebris, swear to care for this empire with my eyes open. I shall treat poverty with compassion, betrayal with strength, ignorance with wisdom, corruption with purity. I, Emperor Vol I, shall lead this empire with my eyes open into the eternity unto which we belong. I shall look to the empire as the empire looks to me. To Warden Polivus of Sane Crematorium. Lady Diala is not to be cremated. Her sentence has been deferred indefinitely. Convey her to the Solaris Temple under cover of night. She is to be detained there, serving in the best interests of the Empire until further notice. Polivus, I trust I can rely on your discretion in this matter. Emperor Vol I. We have all but purified this den of depravity. Inquisitor Maligaro is ash. The majority of his creatures have been given their due mercy. Yet 3 abominations remain. A great white beast, wounded and fled into the forest. A black and venomous spider, dog-like in size and demeanour, hidden somewhere within this chamber of sins.
An abomination given the name Fidelitis by its foul creator, cornered yet resolute in its master's inner sanctum. We, the army of purity, have greater fiends to attend to. Any who should read this missive, know this. The deaths of these aberrations shall be rewarded in gold and God's gratitude. High Templar Vol, commander of the army of purity.